Hello, ho, ho, folks. I'm Reverend D. Lifeguard. This is my fortress of mental illness. Welcome to the only news that matters. Today's topic is breakfast. Is it the most important meal of the day, or is it a communist plot to overthrow the U.S. government? Let's get into it. Breakfast is defined as the first meal of the day, taken during the morning. The word itself comes from 15th century Europe, from the words breaken, fast, meaning to break one's fast. Or so we've been told. But then I got a note from a reliable, anonymous source saying not to eat breakfast because it was a communist conspiracy. So I looked into it. After World War II ended, the USSR, which was, of course, a communist nation, if you didn't know, was pissed that the Allied powers were getting all the glory for defeating Hitler and his racist friends. But the thing is, without the USSR throwing so many comrades at all those Nazis, then all of us in the Western Allied countries, we'd probably be speaking German right now. The Allies painted a pretty different picture, though, and gave most of the credit to the USA. The USA being a bastion of capitalism and taking the credit for all the hard work really stuck in the USSR's craw. So, the USSR, being led by Joseph, my arms aren't the same length, Stalin, devised a plan to get back at America. Quick history lesson. In World War II, the Nazis were using this computer called the Enigma machine to encrypt their messages. There was this British dude named Alan Turing. He figured out how to crack the Enigma machine. So the Allies, they knew sensitive Nazi military information, like bombing raids and troop movements and stuff. And side note on that, Alan Turing was a gay man, and it was illegal to be gay in England at the time, and his story's really sad. Rest in peace, Alan Turing. Thanks for what you did, and I'm sorry the British were crappy to you. Not that the Americans would have been any better, because we wouldn't have. Anyways, so the Allies had to come up with a plan so the Nazis wouldn't realize that the Enigma machine had been cracked. The Allies said their pilots ate a lot of carrots, which improved their eyesight, and that made it easier for them to spot the enemy. And it worked. The Nazis didn't catch on, and that carrot improving eyesight thing still gets told to this day. The Russians knew about this propaganda and the myth with the carrots, and they decided to use that same train of thought, that same method of propaganda to get back at the USA. The top brass in the USSR determined that if they had a daily head start on their task before the Americans, then communism would succeed and defeat capitalism. The USSR then invested money with American food producers and marketing executives. They paid them to create the fucked up food pyramid and to create the breakfast is the most important meal of the day bullshit. Fun side note, the USSR were also behind the Wendy's Where's the Beef commercials and the beef, it's what's for dinner ads. But back to the main topic. The breakfast is the most important meal of the day mythos gave the Soviets the jump start that they needed. And for a long while, they gave the good old US of A run for its money. In the end, capitalism in the USA defeated the Bolsheviks, and the Russians, well, the wall fell eventually because of that, because capitalism had way more money. And Russia has been a paradise ever since the wall fell, and nothing bad has ever happened in Russia since then. You know, because they're capitalist, and nothing bad has ever happened under capitalism at all, ever. And besides, God's favorite system is capitalism. So why would he let the communist win? He wouldn't, because God hates communists. It says that in the Bible. I'm an ordained minister, so I definitely know what I'm talking about. That's what this certificate is. So in conclusion, only communists eat breakfast. So if you see somebody eating breakfast, that means they're a secret communist, and you should report them to the FBI immediately. Thanks for tuning in. God bless, and hail Santa.
The Only News That Matters is a production of the Children's Television Workshop. Promotional consideration provided by Wendy's. Where's the beef? Well, it's at Wendy's. Come get some of Wendy's beef. Arby's says that they have the meats. Well, fuck that. Come to Wendy's, because fuck Arby's. And by viewers like you. Thank you.